That's 800-217. Issue with crime.
Driving down the road at night.
All right, guys, welcome into another very chilly, cold. Man, is it cold outside. We are on Threads or on TikTok as well. I don't believe TikTok is going to get as much audio as we have. Looks like they're having some issues over there as far as like setting up. Let's see here. I tried to get it to work. It's not quite working as well as I thought it would. So people over on TikTok are probably not going to be able to hear me right now. Sorry. I am talking. I am over on YouTube, so go over there and watch over there because YouTube's such a better platform. I'll see if I can get it fixed throughout the show here, but for some reason TikTok's not getting the sound that everybody else is. I don't know why. I'll work on that during the show, see if I can get everything fixed there, because that's annoying. And Windows 11 makes it so much harder to do than... there we go. Windows 11 makes it so much harder than it used to be. So, okay. Hello, everybody. I know you can't hear me on TikTok. If you're on TikTok, I'm sorry, you can't hear me. There's nobody watching anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So... I don't have many friends on TikTok. TikTok's kind of lame. I just wanted to try it, just a proof of concept. Yeah, we do need to build a notch filter for 830 because they are obnoxious. I was watching the band conditions this afternoon from when we came on the air, and it wasn't that great. It wasn't good at all. So conditions haven't gotten better anyway since then. They're a little better than they were before, but still not great. And I have the loop in WCCO's Knoll as best I can. I went out there in the freezing cold because it's 1 degree right here in Minneapolis right now. It's 1 degrees. So it's freaking cold. All right, so given that the band is not the greatest, I was going to focus mostly on the upper part of the band. Again, I know you Threads or you TikTok people cannot hear me. I'm really sorry. They can probably hear the... they might be able to hear me. They can probably... I don't know. Is there an echo, guys? Can you hear the echo? Again, I know you Threads or you TikTok people cannot hear me. I'm really sorry. There we go. They can probably hear the. Let me know if you hear an echo, because I can't. I'm not hearing the echo. They can probably. I don't know. Is there an echo, guys? Can you hear the echo? So okay, so we're gonna focus on the top half of the band, like I was saying. The other guys in the Twin Cities are having a much better time at the band than I am, and we might. Let me know if you hear an echo, because I can't. I'm not hearing the echo. I'm hearing the echo. So, okay, so we're going to focus on the top half of the band, like I was saying. The other guys... If it sounds good to you guys, then I'll keep going with this the way I have it. I'm trying to feed audio to TikTok. I'm doing it like the jerry-rigged way. I'm not doing it the normal way, like you would use like this. I'm hearing the echo. This is going to be annoying. God. Okay. I'm not going to do this next time. Sorry, TikTok. If it sounds good to you guys, then I'll keep going with this the way I have it. I'm trying to feed audio to TikTok. Hold on. I gotta mute that because that's annoying. That feedback is annoying as hell. You can't hear it, but I can hear it. All right. Yeah, not a lot going on tonight. It's kind of a slow day as far as the band goes. I think it's because it's super cold outside. That's why the loop is not doing as well as it should. Anytime it gets cold here, I notice performance drops on this loop. There might be some, unfortunately, there might be some water damage in the coax somewhere. I hope not. Apparently people can hear me on TikTok, so okay. Yeah, W8SRC, that was, we'll talk about that. We'll spend some time talking about the opening on the 6th. That was probably the best January skip opening I've ever had. And I've been doing this since 2007, so that's a pretty high standard. If that was the best opening I've ever seen in January, then you know something's cool. It seems like the last couple of years, like 2025, on July 4th, that was the best July 4th opening I've ever seen. And now we have January 6th with the best skip opening I've ever seen. So, a lot of news stations. I think I did better than one of my other friends over here in Woodbury. I also did record most of that, so I'm going to have to go back and review it. I wish I could add... I know Threads is not, or TikTok's not getting the best audio. Hold on, I got an idea. Nah, I can't do that. TikTok is going to have to be an afterthought this time. I'll get it working next time. As I was saying, the skip on the 6th was to the East Coast, primarily from, let's see, DC area to up into Canada, like Montreal, Ontario. And there was even a part where it pulled back to like Toronto area, Windsor, Buffalo, Rochester. There was... Oh, you got a new one. Nice. WEVR, my semi-local here, which I can't hear right now. It got really short. The skip got really short, down to probably under 600 miles. So, again, if you're joining me on TikTok, I'm sorry you can't hear me talking. Not that... Let's see. Yeah, Weaver is definitely a butt of our jokes here in the cities. They have a news guy that reads his news like Paul Harvey does. Or did, rather. Sorry. Paul Harvey's gone. But he read the news. He reads the news like Paul Harvey does. Like, you can tell he's reading off of the local paper like the Star Tribune or the Pioneer Press. Now, page 2. Good day. Very good for 4 watts. I think that's what their night power is. I forget what WEVR's night power is. No! No, what is that? That's weird. You guys heard that, didn't you? Some lady like, no, no! I wish the way I could output... I didn't have time to really figure out how to put TikTok's audio on. I'm sorry for that. There are 7 people watching on TikTok, so that's kind of cool. I know you can't hear me. I'm sorry. You got them on day facility, yeah. I've got a moderator in my chat already? Which one of you is the moderator? No, no! I wonder who that was. That was interesting. It's just out of the mud. WEVR's day power is 900 watts. 4 watts at night. Why won't this let me show this? Somebody's the mod in here, and it's not me. Somebody in the chat. I'm looking at the chat here. All right, we're coming up on 5 minutes till the top of the hour. The band is getting a little better. Are you talking about the antenna I have for my FM setup? It's a Stellar Labs 4-element. Nothing fancy. I don't know what Earl has as an antenna for though. If he's hearing WEVR down in St. Louis, that's pretty damn cool. Because that station doesn't get out very well. But look at the monster WCCO is. This has been a problem for a long time, but on really cold nights like this, it's even worse. And I went outside and I tried to get it in the null. Almost sounds like some kind of old-time radio program. Surprised I'm not overloading. I'm hearing CCR's Proud Mary in there. Somewhere down in the mud is Proud Mary by CCR. That's probably a local or semi-local here. That's probably WJMC. Let's find out. Well, big wheel keep on turning, Proud Mary keep on burning. Here we go. Now you guys on. I figured it out. I'm just gonna have to pull my headphones off here because the delay is nuts. There you go. Now you guys on TikTok can hear me. So who's playing Proud Mary? Let's find out. You lovely folks on TikTok can hear me now. I bet it was WJMC. Help a brother out. Boy, WJMC's website. It's like crappy old website. Look at the stretched graphics. Talk about a morning flight. WCCO is open carrier. We're probably not going to find the Proud Mary station. That's a weird noise. There's also a head in there. Somebody's off frequency. Now it's Janis Joplin. Me and Bobby McGee. God, I can't talk. I wonder if this is WMFG. Of course they don't stream. Station up in Hibbing. I didn't hear anything at the top of the hour. The top of the hour came and went. track down who this Proud Mary station, or the Proud Mary station is. I bet it was Rice Lake. Stupid thing about TikTok is it throws something up in the way that gets in the way. Come to our local clinic.
Oakley's Clinics. I'm currently seeing patients at the Cedar Crest Surgical Center in Rice Lake. Now you don't have to travel for your health. I truly want to be your partner in health. Call 715-836-9242 to make an appointment or visit oakleysclinics.com.
I don't think 1240 streams, maybe. Yeah, this website looks like it was built in Microsoft Paint or something. Come on. Somebody's got to stream. I was kind of hoping the conditions tonight would be a little bit auroral, because I've had some good nights like back in the fall when it was auroral that I could hear like Louisiana, like the low power Louisiana stations. But the band is not the greatest tonight. And that's what I was worried about when I came on air. I was like, oh crap. This isn't going to be interesting if the band is terrible.
Carry out search warrants that ping everybody around a certain crime scene.
Alright, let's go down to 12:30. The band has improved quite a bit. This is Strums, 1150. Is it regional Mexican, Earl? Sorry, I don't normally talk like this, but there's a bad delay. I can hear myself in the earphones, so it's like slightly delayed, so it's throwing me off a little bit. If it's regional Mexican, like this is Des Moines. So if you're hearing this is Des Moines. KTOX, I think, is their new call. Used to be KWKY. Used to be religious, now it's regional Mexican.
It's estimated between now and 2050 we're going to add 1.7 billion people to the planet.
The other thing I can think of on 1150 is
The United
KSAL.
States is doing its part, rising to become the #1 oil and gas producing nation on Earth. All the while, reducing our emissions year over year. And that makes sense here in Kansas, where it's mostly
there's
producers
Kansas
in your
right
own
there.
town. They care about your environment because it's their environment too. Do your own research at KansasStrong.com.
Do your own research. They're doing startup lineups right now. That's a late game, 9 o'clock. Or it's a basketball game. Now we just sit back and let stuff float up. Yeah, they're a pest. Major pest. If I had one station I would hear more often on 1230, it was KFJB. I even hear it more than I hear Mankato, Marshalltown. I'm surprised you heard that. This is weird, streaming it on 2 platforms. I really hope there's not a bad delay. By the way, since I do this every other week, we're coming up on February. That DX test, those DX tests, rather, are coming up February 6th, 7th, and 8th. If you're not familiar, we mentioned them last time and the time before. Just a refresher, on the 6th at 12 a.m. Pacific time, February 6th, 1340 KTOX Needles, California will be doing a DX test, and that's going for like 6 hours. It's going until 6 a.m. Pacific time. That's on the 6th. Then the next day on the 7th is KTPI from Mojave, California, also on 1340. Again, the same time, midnight to 6 a.m. Pacific. So here in the Central Time Zone, it'll be 2 a.m. when it starts. I'm planning to try to do those California DX tests. I want to see what I can do with OBS, where it automatically does the show, so I don't have to be awake at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'll have it kick off at like 6 a.m., so it'll be like a 6-hour live broadcast with nobody there. Then the following day, the 8th, February 8th, 1310 KKZI from Barstow is going to test. And that one is probably the one that we're going to hear here. The 1340s are going to be very hard. Same time. You can find information about this test on the IRCA website, ircaonline.org. I haven't seen anything yet. That would be cool though. 610 would be easier to hear here. So, if you watch Lloyd's broadcast this week, his range is 1500 to 1540, I think.
And Marty took him, cleaned him up.
It's not going to be very productive for me.
Better way to ride?
Because of KSTP.
Minnesota's first locally owned rideshare. Founded by students and...
It's two stations. I gotta go back to live because that's really bothering me, the delay. Oh, did it go live? DX Radio? I didn't see a announcement for it. I offered to do some voices on that station. I'll have to look that up. I'll look that up right now. DX Radio.
They don't work. They're too expensive. They're not strong enough to buy up the plants that you need to make the country great. The end doesn't really take that.
Nice.
Quote, not politically correct. Self-awareness, he knows that what he's saying is offending any of them. So that he will harshly be criticized for even using those words, that language. He says, yes.
Does he have a separate website for it?
I'm just here to tell the truth. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. And that's really the thing about Trump.
Because I'm not seeing it come up. See, I don't see it on his main website. Do you know the link to the website? Because I'm not seeing it for some reason. If the TikTok thing would get out of the way, that'd be nice. TikTok Studio's got an annoying little pop-up that shows you the comments from TikTok, which there aren't any, but there are people watching, so hello to TikTok. He might have posted about it on his TikTok or on his Twitter. There's too many darn social media pages. TikTok, Threads, Twitter, X. Oh, you guys are a lot warmer than we are. By 15 degrees. It feels really cold outside. I went out to yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find it on his yeah, it's 1 degree here, but it feels like -2. And believe me, it does feel like -2. I went out there, like I said, to go to the store. There it is. I found it. So it doesn't look like he has a website yet, but he is live on YouTube. We're going to listen to it here for a second. If you're curious, this is on, he's got a separate YouTube account, DX Central Presents, DX Radio. I'll try to put this in the link in the description of this page. And I'll copy it to the, chat really quick. There you go. This is cool. I'll have to listen to this when I'm at work. This is awesome. I really like this. I've been, some of you may know I'm in a band. My brother and I, we produce music. We've been doing it since 2000. We've got 3 albums out now. Working on the 4th. So I know some of those songs that he makes are through AI. I've been like using that as a tool to kind of help me get some like melodies down for my songs. They're not about DXing, but it is a tool, that's for sure. I'm not gonna diss the AI for that. But yeah, the link is in the chat there.
Now I just take kidney talk.
Be sure to subscribe to that.
A doctor recommended kidney supplement that has been shown in laboratory tests to reduce the growth rate of crystals by 99%. Get Kidney Talk today at Amazon.com,
Is there anything one can't do?
or KTOX.com.
What do you say, darling? You ready to go into the garage door business with beer all day?
Oh, sure.
So, I think what we're hearing here is WLHC and Colorado. I had to guess.
If you don't have a smarty pants daughter with an MBA to run that for you, you could seriously injure yourself.
KTOX is the other one.
Yeah,
some issues. They had some like periods where they were off air for a long time.
Inventory and payables and fleet management and accounts receivable.
Yeah,
Something tells me I like the sound of that.
The nation of Israel attacking from the north. And so in the midst of many of these prophecies, there were brief prophecies. So you read in Isaiah 14, it talks about a prophecy to the king of Tyre. And the next thing you know, it's talking about the fall of Lucifer. And the judgment of the evil.
Yeah, you can definitely hear Colorado in that a little bit. There's another thing. There's 3. I hear Littleton, I hear WLAC, I hear somebody else. One of the sports topics could be
Asking anyone, did you come into this postseason believing this?
So KCT is the station that we're hearing. There's WLAC, there's KCTP, and there's Colorado. Here is going to be Oklahoma City and possibly Missouri. Why does that sound so weird? It sounds really weird to me. It sounds like it's Michael's channel for some reason. Oklahoma City might be the lady on the phone. It's a really annoying voice. Yeah, that's gotta be Oklahoma City.
There's no doubt about that. But when a sworn officer tells you to get out of the car, you have to get out of the car. I do not believe
you guys have good ears.
Killed, but I do believe she does
I do hear
take
that.
responsibility for where she was, what she was doing, and how she was doing it.
My mind is focused on this lady
they
talking.
all know what they're doing is a form of
definitely hear your eyes on my mind.
And, that's what the left has been pushing
that's
for.
Probably
they
Missouri.
have wanted an outcome like this, unfortunately, and it doesn't make her a hero. It doesn't make her 2026's George Floyd. It makes everything so much worse, and it devalues.
Yeah, it's the annoying lady. That's Brian Kilmeade you're hearing. That's definitely KOKC.
Speaking with one favor, tonight at one point, when you make a point, you said, as I originally said on Brian Kilmeade's radio show, you got felt. It was just ruined his night.
My internet is unstable.
No, as you said, how did I say? Just say.
I don't know, it looks like it's working to me.
On Brian Kilmeade's radio show, you got felt.
Yeah, let's see. What else is on 1520? Like I said, I don't really spend a lot of time up here. Sixton, not Sissington. Yeah.
Just an old sweet song.
KRHW. Audio sounds terrible tonight, though. The band is like trash. It's getting a little better. It's definitely improved over the last 3 hours. Like right around sunset, the band was like completely dead. We've also had some like auroral activity too. I was going to show you this, guys. Watch this. Tonight's forecast for the aurora, and you're right about here where the mouse pointer is. You can see that.
And here's a study worth hearing. Research shows that wearing hearing aids can reduce your risk of dementia by up to 61%. Going over 1 million happy customers. And hear the difference today by going to honeyhearing.com. That's
it's going to be as bad as it shows. I think those are the only two that we're hearing is Sixton and
Could be lower testosterone? Lower T. Happens to most guys after 40. I was in the same boat until I started using Nugenix Total T2. Total T2 is the new one I've seen on TV.
Okay.
Yep, it's the next generation testosterone booster for both free and total testosterone. It's packed with even more man-boosting power, sending nitric oxide levels skyrocketing in just 3 hours.
Yeah, the noise up here is obnoxious.
Today, the down day with all the turnovers, 5 games by Josh Allen. They started the quarterback. I'm not asking you to tell me whether
Towards the end here, if I can remember to do this, I'm going to show you what the band looks like in Casper, Wyoming. Because I still have some IQ recordings. If I can find them. I still have a massive project I got to do for the Casper, Wyoming log from last year. I'm really slacking on it. A year ago in April, I went out there and I brought the SDR and the loop, the good loop that we're on now, and I recorded like 3 or 4 nights. I also did did the same thing in Sheridan, Wyoming. But if I can remember, I will show you what it looks like there. It's a lot different, obviously. But yeah, my new logbook here, you can see, let me make sure I can have this centered here. Alright, so, Sheridan, obviously, if it's marked in orange or yellow, it means I have it online. So Sheridan's logs are already updated. That's what I heard on the loop. But there's Casper. Casper spans 3 pages, like 2.5, 3 pages. insane amount of logs that I still haven't put online. I'll get to it eventually. I've got skip recordings I got to review from the 6th. I'm actually working through that, but... So, somebody in Fort Smith, Arkansas is hearing KVW, or KVMA. Is that from Flagstaff? No, Magnolia, Kansas, KVMA. Why was I thinking Flagstaff? I was thinking Flagstaff because of KVNA. My brother used to live in Flagstaff about maybe 20 years ago. They had a radio station there, KVNA. The tower was right by the interstate. I drove by it a couple times.
Good luck.
Of course,
no, just noticing with the taxes. You can start filing your 2025 federal income taxes on Monday the 26th. House won't be there to see it happen. Government might be shutting down a few days after, but the IRS supposedly will open the gates to receive your tax forms and, of course, your money.
If I had to guess offhand, that's
Don't
Canada.
you dare be late to pay those taxes, because there will be a penalty, and heaven knows perhaps an investigation. You can't turn this around one day, 1 week. You can't do it with just one member. But you start with one. You start with an intention to at least try. And again, I will be as fair as I can. Just because they're not in session does not mean they're not working.
San Antonio, it's not Galveston.
Similarly, just because they are in session does not mean they are working. And we have a lot of trouble spots around the world.
KLKC?
We need Congress to be ready to act. Well, we'll call them back. Oh, great. I feel the money flying out of my pocket now.
That'd be kind of cool, because that might be new.
Any day you could get a Supreme Court ruling on tariffs.
Maybe not.
Congress could have acted to prevent a potential disaster, but there's no political conviction to do it.
Parsons right now is Fox Sports.
There's no political conviction to support the president. All they have to do is pass a bill declaring a national emergency and transferring their powers to the president for tariffs for a limited period of time. They can do that. We know they can do it because Congress transfers its authority to agencies via legislation all the time. Congress sets up these agencies that are within the executive branch of the government.
What I'm looking for is
and various things that Congress should decide. They abdicate the responsibility. They transfer, to be more neutral, transfer the responsibility to these agencies.
If those same problems show themselves in New York,
the Constitution says that tariffs can only be issued by Congress. Transfer that authority to this president. If you really want to support his agenda and you don't want an economic disaster, do that. No, but not till February because those chambers aren't back in session until then. Liberty University Studio, that's where the Todd Starn Show is coming from. Jeff Stein in for Todd. Short break now. Craig Shirley on the other side. Stay with us, folks.
Okay, we're at the bottom of the hour. I don't think that was Parsons.
Mother Nature grew native prairies for thousands of years, but if you want to start one, it'll take some planning. Hi, I'm Jody Henke. Prairies are complex with many variables as you're living the country life.
Living the Country Life. Ideas and inspiration for your place in the country. You can find more information on today's topic and from previous shows by visiting us online at livingthecountrylife.com. We'll return to the show after these messages.
If your day swings from speed runs to fence checks to a quick trail spin, you want a side-by-side that just fits. That's the Honda Pioneer 700 and the 4-seat 704. Right-sized and ready for work and play. Built for everyday versatility around the farm and beyond. Pick your trim, standard, deluxe, or forest to fit your specific needs. From the barn to the back 40 to the woodlots, find your Honda Pioneer at powersports.honda.com.
Interact with Successful Farming on social media. Like us on Facebook at Successful Farming USA and follow us on X at Successful Farming. Ideas, timely news, and information from our editors.
One team's contesting, the other team is counting down.
Underscore Farming and love the latest photo or video. And take a look behind the scenes with our editors on TikTok at Successful_Farming.
Come on, KXZL, shut up.
In pioneer days, native prairies grew in the middle of the United States as far as the eye could see. Today, only a fraction of a percent of those original prairies exist, but there is interest in restoring the prairie ecosystem. Laura Jackson is the director of the Tallgrass.
Our friend in Plymouth here. A friendly neighborhood Kiwi.
Moisture, how all the plants will get.
And they use the channel cancel here on the Kiwi.
Quite dramatically, because there are a lot of plants that can't tolerate super wet soils. There's a lot of plants that can't tolerate super dry soils. So you use the seed mix to cope with that.
This won't be a plant it and forget it endeavor. It takes at least 3 years for a prairie to take hold.
I think the music we're hearing there is Toronto.
Because the annual weeds will pop up like toast, and the prairie plants will be short. Plan on spending some time on the mower to keep the weeds under control, and so light can penetrate to the prairie.
Whoa. Sorry about that. Cover your ears.
They're going to be below that. They're going to be around 4 Keep them low, hold them low. Learn to identify your prairie so you can see that you're having.
Meteor scatter is really hard here.
Burning every few years to stimulate growth and stay ahead of invasive perennial weeds. Learn more about planting a prairie at livingthecountrylife.com. See you in the country.
Living the Country Life. Ideas and inspiration for your place in the country. You can find more information on today's topic, share your tips, and post photos by visiting us online at livingthecountrylife.com.
Yeah, I got them by a skip.
Your music will cost you more soon. It's been a long time since you've seen a record store at the mall where people would sample music in headphones and decide on buying an album either on vinyl, on cassette, or compact disc.
Even the other one looks familiar.
We now download or stream any and every song right to our devices to make personal playlists or to listen to someone else's curated selections. Spotify remains perhaps the most popular listening to music and also podcasts. Starting February, Spotify is raising its prices on subscription services by as much as $2 per month. Members should be getting emails informing them of their new prices. Individual plans will jump from $12 to $13 each month. Family plans will now be $22, whereas the monthly charge had been $20.
That's pretty cool.
And the $6 student plans will
I don't have a lot of luck with
every month.
Meteor
Spotify
scatter.
last raised its prices in 2024. With Fox on Tech, I'm Evan Brown, Fox News.
The KTRG TV9 first alert forecast. Snow showers taper off this evening and overnight were mostly cloudy with a low near 4.
It's snowing here.
West at 10 to 20. Chance of snow tomorrow and windy with a high near 21. Winds out of the southwest at 20 to 30 with a locally higher gust. Slight chance of snow early tomorrow night and windy with a low of -5. I'm TV9 First Alert Storm Team Meteorologist DJ Rickman on News Talk 1540 KTOX.
Currently, it's 1 degree on the voice of Eastern Iowa.
Sounds like their annoying format.
Welcome back to the Liberty University City Show. Jeff Stein filling in for Todd. 901-260-5926. That's how you can join us on this Open Line Friday. We'll take your calls in the next segment.
But we go now to the Patriot Mobile Newsmaker line. Pleased to welcome a return guest to the program. He is Craig Shirley, the noted presidential historian and New York Times best-selling author. His new book is called Upheaval, A Clash of Cultures. It comes out a little later this year. Craig Shirley, thanks so much for taking the time. Happy New Year.
Jim, how are you? Happy New Year.
Happy upheaval, in fact.
No, that's not the same. So it sounds like a country.
Yeah, it's supposed to go early June, just in time for the summer reading season.
All right, so talk about the access that you
could it be Arkansas?
Every day, penalties and interest keep piling.
Oh, you say that? Okay.
John McLaughlin, who was down.
I gotta wait for the pre-roll.
Was my primary source, and it is my primary source of the writing of this book.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Between holiday road trips.
Stupid commercials. I don't know if it's Ozark.
I knew the story. I knew that
unless they're having a lot of pre-roll.
Could
it be Ohio?
You know, I learned after 11 books, Jeff, is that people don't always tell the truth. They spin, they inflate their role. So you got to be very, very guarded when you're doing these books against being, you know.
AM 1540 and 107.5 WBCO.
So they're playing Johnny Cash. I don't hear Johnny Cash.
And George Bush's.
So I don't think it's.
If you can hear me, we can serve you. Call us.
But if you can hear me, we can serve you.
Then I went over and managed the Reagan campaign.
Who's the music on 1540? Somebody tell me.
So you got to be very, very careful. And I didn't really need them because
this is going to bother me.
This isn't about the personnel. This is about
I don't think it's Indiana, but
yeah,
they're not screaming anyway.
You're in the heartland, and I'm in the heartland.
1 watt. Yeah, it's not Indiana. There's no way.
There were two really.
There's definitely music there, and it doesn't sound like.
Cultural clashes.
It doesn't sound like ethnic.
With Andrew Jackson versus Mudman here in
5 degrees.
Versus John Quincy Adams.
Have you got trees that need trimming? A yard that...
It was just two different worlds collide, like this 2024 election. You know, Biden and Harris represent one world, and Donald Trump.
We're not going to have. I don't know if we're going to have a lot.
And I want to talk about how that is impacting what we know today in terms of ongoing news cycle. But it strikes me, to your point about not needing to interview folks, in an age where everybody is a broadcaster.
Does that sound like country to you guys?
They were all out there. It's not like some of these other books
it may
where
not even be country.
We didn't know what people thought. Folks are not afraid to share these days, so it's right out there for us all. So you need a different analytical pivot point.
That reminds me of what was something Tom Brokaw once said.
There is a possibility this could be San Antonio.
You know, back before Watergate, you couldn't get anybody to talk. And now you can't get anybody to shut up. And you're absolutely right. This is look,
could be, come on.
Just did 11 interviews with Vanity Fair.
Could be Tejano. Look at that.
Of doing an interview with Vanity Fair in the future. Which has contempt for
I don't know.
Americans, which has contempt for
I don't.
For you listeners, for me, for you.
That's tough.
They're not part of our world. They're part of.
That's weird.
The elite world that is. Real American.
See, I can't tell if it's country or if it's Spanish.
The untold story of one of the most consequential campaigns in American history. The forthcoming book by Craig Shirley, released June 2nd. Humanix Books, the publisher. Get it wherever you get your good books these days. You can pre-order right now. I'm enjoying the summer reading season, and Mr. Shirley joins us on the Patriot Mobile Newsmaker line. This clash of cultures that you accurately note That is shaping public
I don't think it's
perception.
Galveston. I don't think it's country. I think I don't think it's Spanish. I think it's country.
Yeah.
No, go ahead. Well,
I was just going to say, because it's
Who
so
it is, I have no
disingenuous,
idea.
and I know, hypocrisy in politics. It's not a breaking news alert.
I don't think it's
but
Spanish. I don't think it's hard for...
It's like Venezuela or some of these other topics.
This is going to bother me.
The illegal immigrants.
It might very well be Galveston.
I mean, you get whiplash playing their past.
Do I have Galveston?
No, you hit the nail right on the head. Is that Donald Trump?
Do I have it? I thought I did. I do. Heard it back in 2019. Okay. All right, so we'll go back to the maid here. I feel defeated. That's one of the things about DXing I don't like is being defeated. But I'm used to that. I've been doing this long enough that I'm used to it. All right, so we're going to mute Plymouth and come back to mine.
Florida, they're tearing up streets that had a gay pride, their own gay pride flag on the.
I'm just going to give up and say it was Galveston.
They're tearing that up. Patriotism has made a big comeback.
I surrender. It's probably Galveston.
Measure how the culture is changing under.
I really hope that you guys on TikTok are enjoying this.
And Donald Trump.
It's not something I do very often. Is stream on TikTok. I usually do.
There are many different ways.
I play the game Doom
how
from
people are
1993.
questioning politicians.
People make
that they
mods for
just
it.
accepted before.
So like
how
there are different
people are
levels.
turning away from the
stuff that people have made on
mainline
Doom.
religions like
It's the same base game.
Catholicism or
Sometimes it's
United
modified a
Methodist
little bit,
Church
but
or
it's Doom.
whatever, and they're turning to evangelical churches. Evangelical churches are experiencing in mega churches an explosion of membership, and meanwhile the Catholic Church, the UMC, the DXing, they're all seeing their people in the pews. The number of people shrinking.
Something like that. I don't know.
So
Check
does
out
the
the
Trump movement, does that extend beyond Trump? And I ask that as a comparative question because it worked for Mr. Reagan. The trick was how do you have the Reagan Revolution continue on? A lot of people, and I'm not trying to get to the next election by any stretch, but again, how sustainable is the movement, especially if it is, as you know, a clash of cultures?
Where is
that's an excellent question. I think first of all is that Donald Trump has to stay in motion, and he understands. He's studying motion politics. So Reagan's old campaign manager John Sears once coined the phrase "politics is motion," and Donald Trump is always in motion on Venezuela, on spending, on credit cards, limits on interest on credit cards. There's always things coming out of Donald Trump and out of the White House that makes it hard for him to hit because he's moving so quickly. The Democrats can't gather enough forces.
Oh, that's a good stream there. Good recommendation. Wow, that's strong. Let's see if that matches Plymouth.
The winner of the Nobel Peace Prize, this wonderful woman from Venezuela, gave the Peace Prize to Donald Trump. That volume of what Donald Trump did in Venezuela, getting rid of Maduro and bringing peace and freedom and restoring freedom.
Oh, there's country coming up there.
Well,
this is the
monumental
we're here in
thing
Plymouth.
what he did, and it's a monumental thing what she did in recognizing what he did.
Yeah, this is a really good one. Most of the SDRs are deaf, which kind of is frustrating.
From training camp to
what am I doing?
OTAs.
I want Plymouth to be
Or
unmuted.
both can coexist, and it makes sense, and it's within the same day part for crying out loud.
Absolutely. And you know what?
Really loud Spanish there. Is that Houston or is that Galveston? Or not Galveston. Is that Galveston or San Antonio? Probably Galveston. I'm totally going to get a copyright strike for this. I say that every week, but I don't.
All those Elizabeth Wards.
Thankfully, TikTok doesn't give you strikes.
They don't have our best interest at heart. They have the elite interest at heart.
I'd like to find out who the country was, so
that's all they care about.
Yeah, I've always got something.
It's such a flashpoint. She gives the Nobel Peace Prize, and it's so glad to the hearts of common sense Americans, and it's so infuriating to the hearts of the elite.
The one by Austin is pretty good too. Okay, so it's San Antonio.
The book is released on June 2nd. Do yourself a favor, order now. Advantage Sports for Publishers, A Clash of Cultures Forthcoming by Craig Shirley. Mr. Shirley, it's always a privilege. Thank you so much for taking the time, and always look forward to talking to you soon.
Likewise. Have a good weekend.
You as well. And Craig Shirley, the presidential historian.
I think this guy is near or he does ham radio stuff, because sometimes, like, you could see him transmitting FD8.
Dimension as well in the next segment, so call 901-260-5926.
Really high there.
Same number as always.
Never mind.
901-260-5926. Calls on the other side of this break. Jeff Stein and Todd. This is the Todd Starnes Show.
He's a man of his word. Todd.
He's a man of his turd. Todd Starnes. Is WER on day power? Because we're on 1550 here. So this could be WER. We'll know if there's a long pause after the song. Yeah, I know. That's all AM radio is now, is political stuff. This might be Springfield. Yeah, I do that too. I can tune out the political stuff. I'm not listening to the content. I don't really care. This song you can end anytime now. If you're watching this on YouTube after this video goes live and this section is muted, this is why, this song. I try to do the erase the song thing, and it sometimes completely mutes the audio, but other times it'll make it like sound like muffled. Shut up. This sounds like something Weaver would play. I think that noise isn't exclusive to Plymouth. Like, there's a big noise. Probably Aurora. Come on, end song. Any day now.
Joetown 107.5. Super 70 Saturday night. On the party there. What's going on, DJ Dave?
It is a good station, Joetown 107.5. This is St. Joseph, Missouri.
After Valentine's Day, it drops off.
No, it's not KSTP. I don't have the problem that Jacob does. What you're looking at here is 1470 KMNQ. They're not as wide as they used to be. They kind of calmed down a little bit. But here you're hearing KSTP splatter on the 1490. Actually, no, you're hearing 1470 splatter on the 1490. KSTP doesn't really have a problem with this part of the cities. Now, if you go over to by Roseville, where Jacob is, oh boy. Not only does he have to deal with Shoreview, the FM stations, he's also got KSTP right there, just destroying everything. Especially at night. When I'm on the way to work in the morning, sometimes I'll be like DXing around 700 or something in KUOM from the University of Missouri, or Minnesota, sorry. University of Minnesota is on 770. It's annoying. My car radio is not very selective. But as you can see, 1470 trashes this channel too. It's impossible to hear anything on 1480 because of them. Same goes for 1460. 1450 is a little bit. These guys had this fixed, but not anymore. KMNQ is a station that can go off air, and it would very much make me happy. It'd go off air permanently. And I usually don't say that about AM stations, but that one's worthless. Yeah. You guys have had lots of problems with call radio. Of course, I'm on the complete opposite side of the metro from WWTC. Salem actually is good about getting back to you, though. Salem, I did mention 1470's problem to their engineer because they have this 1440 here.
Unfiltered, deeply human,
KYCR.
these stories reveal both the devastating realities
and
of
they were getting slammed by interference from 1470, and they were like, well, there's nothing we can do about it. But they did respond to me. You just have a crappy radio, that's what they said. In so many words. Like, no, it's not my radio. What's this? Sounds like elevator music. Oh, it's Asian. This is Bel Air, Texas, KGOW. Another pest. They are 15,000 watts at night, pointing away from us. For some reason, they are audible here all the time. I think that one we've discussed a while ago was having problems with their directional array. Because if you look at this map here, I'll show you. They shouldn't be audible here. We're hearing them probably off of this slope right here, but I mean, they shouldn't be audible here at all. The fact that they are is just... You guys can see that, can you? Yeah, you can see it. I hear what sounds like old-time radio back there, too. What is that? Let's go to the likely stations, that is.
The minister as priest.
Council Bluffs. Could be Sullivan, Missouri.
And other tools,
yep.
The farm industry experienced a 29% increase in gross production per worker.
It's not old-time radio, it's just an old guy talking about farming
into the agribusiness it has become today. I'm Ed Hurley. Join me next time for World War II Chronicles.
Okay, World War II Chronicles.
Welcome to Heroes of the Air. True stories of those who flew for America and earned the nation's supreme military award.
Yeah, KTOX Sullivan, Missouri. They're another common pest here. So that was who the old-time radio one that I thought was. I haven't been DXing AM as much lately just because the band has been trashed so often. But the last one I got was on the 11th. Has it been that long? XERG 690 from Monterey. Nuevo Leon. And that's only because our 690 was off the air like last time we did this podcast. Are we still live? For some reason I lost the connection there. I thought we were... Okay, it's still good. It's still live. We're going to go for about 3 more minutes, guys. We're going to go to the top of the hour, then we'll call it a night, because it's just not... The band's not in the greatest shape.
Financially soft.
Of course, 1570 here is a local KDIZ used to be, the call letters used to be on 1440.
Of course, when the gateways do work, we pay for this convenience with fees. So, don't feed the monster. If you want or have ever wanted to join Caravan to Midnight by card or any other payment service and found you could not process
Marion, Illinois is running a 30-watt long wire on an SDA after they sold it.
Dallas, Texas 75214.
Interesting.
Allegedly with an email, a phone number in case we need to reach you, and as soon as we
anyway, as I was saying, this station used the call letters KDIZ used to be on 1440 when 1440 was Radio Disney. They just never changed it.
I start every day by reading through the stories at Daybreak
KYCR, which was what this was, 1440, and moved KDIZ to 1570, which it is now. They're called the Patriot 2 or something like that. That's their...
And it's available to you at no cost.
Freedom 1570, that's right. God, this is how I don't listen to this station very often. It's a local. 1580 is probably CKDO. The band is coming back quite a bit, but still not the greatest, which is sad. So if you do follow me on TikTok, I do streams of Doom every once in a while, very rare. TikTok's not my favorite platform, I don't use it that often. Threads is better. But you can't go live on Threads. You can go live on Instagram, but I don't know what good that would do. Alright guys, so the next time we are going to be broadcasting will be at the end of the month, probably. Let's see if I can calendar open here. Windows makes it super hard to get a calendar open. They took that away. Why does Windows 11 make everything more complicated? Windows 10 was so much better. Okay, so the next time I will be broadcasting to you guys will be on the 31st of this month. Same time, same station, 8:45 p.m. Central. As I said, we didn't do very well tonight because the band was in poor shape. Hopefully that'll be different. I still have a lot of logs to go over as far as the FM opening on the 6th. Because that was seriously the best skip opening I've ever seen in January. Right now I think I'm sitting at 20-something, 24 new logs. and one of them is a new state, or a couple of new state, Washington D.C. So that was very awesome. Keep an eye on the DX maps. I don't know if you guys are FMDXers or not, but keep an eye on DX maps during the day. Sometimes we get up into 6 meters and there is skip openings going on, so just something to be mindful of. It'll probably calm down for a little bit, and then it'll pick up right around late March or early April. God, I can't talk. It's late. We're going to go. Thanks for joining me once again. If you haven't, hit subscribe, hit the like button, because it certainly does help out the broadcast. Yeah, but otherwise, I'll see you guys on the 31st. Have a pleasant holiday on Monday, and hopefully it warms up here, because it is freaking cold. So see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Driving down the road at night, I'm alone with thoughts in my head. I know I'm somewhere in the old Southwest, that it comforts me a beacon of red. I see the red light flashing ahead, sending signals to the stars above. Sound of voices from far away. Oh, I never could hear my love. I listen to the radio. Oh, I listen to the radio. Oh, I listen to the radio.